Back with another video, July 11th, Wallace closed, but let's just jump into this video. So, a lot of y'all been asking me about what I think about this flying scene that James Gunn did an interview, and he admitted that the shot was bad. I'm gonna give you my 2 cents, but I want to send a shout out to Mitch from Movies TV Mad. If you're not a subscriber, go ahead and tell him Harsh Critics sent you. He's a fair and balanced DC fan, Superman fan. He's not with the while it's closed. He's actually going to see the film twice. But he said something that I wanted to share because I know he don't really get a lot of views like that. So go subscribe to his channel if you want to see the full clip. All right, so let's go.
No, I don't think it was so much. It was a TV commercial and it wasn't as finished visual effects shot. So my question, if I'm a proper journalist, which this guy clearly isn't, my answer to that is, how could you release an unfinished shot to the public? So the part of him flying, it was a photograph of his face, which we fucking said. And he said this was all shot in the icy country where he shot it, which was bollocks. And him flying, it was a photograph of a drone flying in front of an actual background. So all the pieces were real, but it was incorporated in a kind of funky way. No. All the pieces weren't fucking real. The drone shot is real. But his face, and basically his body, his face is put on the fucking body. It looks fucking fake, fucking terrible, and it should never have been released to the public. And you've caused yourself a problem. This is one of the reasons why your box office is going to be so low. This is not the professional way of advertising a movie. Make it make sense. This is how incompetent and unprofessional modern day Hollywood is. Anyway, so all the pieces were real, but it was incorporated in a kind of funky way. I didn't love the shot, no one fucking did, mate. So it's not even the shot that's in the movie. Sometimes I'm pretty strict about when I'm going through a trailer and looking at each of the shots, but sometimes the commercials I forget to look at this closely, so that one kind of got by me. But it can't, James. It can't get by you. If it gets by you, it shouldn't get by somebody else before it's released. This is ridiculous, James. This is not fucking rocket science, mate. You've ruined your chances at a successful movie, potentially. You titled this first phase of the DCU.
All right. Well, you heard it from Mitch, and he said it better than I could say it. Like, there was no way that visual effect shot should have went to the public. James Gunn was confident in that shot. He would have never released it if he wasn't confident. And you see, he's trying to cover himself because the movie box office is doing poorly. No matter what people tell you, is doing poorly. The early screenings, they're not sold out. As a matter of fact, in the next couple videos, I'll show you from people with the access portal to show you there's a lot of tickets still available. So the tickets are not selling. This 10 million pre-sale thing is based on nothing. It's the same old lies. It's the same old smoke and mirrors. The movie isn't doing good. And let's get him out of here. The movie isn't doing good. And this is where I come in. Because at some point, we have to stand up and say enough is enough. James Gunn released this clip because he thought people was dumb enough to buy what he was selling. If he would have never got called out, that shot would be in the final cut. Let me say that again. If it wasn't a backlash, that shot would be in the final cut because he released it. And now he's trying to say, oh, it was just for TV commercials. He's trying to make every excuse as to why it got released. There's even a point in this article I'm reading said it wasn't supposed to be taken seriously. Like, how the fuck is it not supposed to be taken seriously, James Gunn? You're asking people, the public, to buy tickets for your movie. I will assume you will have to take that seriously. I will assume that WB Studios want you to take this seriously. And just like Mitch said, these people are stupid. They're fucking stupid. And this is why we keep our wallets closed. We have to demand quality if we're going to be paying our hard-earned money. You didn't get this with Christopher Nolan, and you didn't get this type of backlash with Zack Snyder. When Zack Snyder released a shot, we was excited. Just remember when we seen Ben Affleck standing by the Batmobile. We were excited. So that's the difference between James Gunn and Zack Snyder. Now, is Zack Snyder a saint? He may not be, you know, but when it comes to these characters, he put his all into it, and his team supports him and his vision. You see this with the behind the scene footage of some of, you know, the BVS footage and some of the Zack Snyder Justice League footage. So we have to demand quality. We can't keep giving DC Studios our money when they're giving you crap. What James Gunn gave you in that TV spot was crap, and he was expecting for you guys to eat it. The only reason why he's backtracking what he's saying is because he has to sell tickets. He has a big budget. He has to make his budget back, which I'm not going to contribute to his budget, and you shouldn't contribute to his budget. You should let his budget be on him, because he has $700 million to make. That's what it's going to take for him to make his budget back. And I'm like, kick them while they down. In this situation, kick them while they down. James Gunn bought it on himself, and he needs to accept the consequences. WB Studios has to know that hiring James Gunn have consequences. Expensive consequences. $400 million worth of consequences, okay? So, no Snyderverse, no money until Zack Snyder return, or James Gunn has to announce his resignation. This studio does not deserve our money because they don't do what the fans ask. He's not getting backlash from me. Just look at the other channels. They don't want this crap. This is slop that DC Studios is trying to force down your throats, and their shields like Real Rejects and John Scampia, they get paid to help the studio do that. I'm calling them out all in my next video, including Movie Hub Pub, because he's a marketing person for DC Studios, and he makes videos about me, Tyrone Magnus. He makes videos about anybody calling out his daddy James Gunn. And this guy is a marketing person based on his own words for DC Studios. So it's a reason why he has to make videos about us and me, because he ain't gonna have a job. But that's just the reality. No Snyderverse, no money means, yeah, a lot of people's gonna be losing a lot of jobs, and that's including James Gunn. James Gunn needs to resign. This guy basically said, I tried to give you guys crap, and you wouldn't accept it. You caught me. I mean, give him his honesty. He's been caught, but he's trying to deflect and trying to rationalize why he did it, but we're not buying that. The fact of the matter is, when James Gunn released that shot, he thought it was good. He thought the public was dumb enough to accept it, and you said no. And that's why I tell you guys to keep your wallets closed, because by you guys making these videos, stating your frustration, he's not going to put it in a movie. So imagine if none of us show up. There's a chance that Zack Snyder will return, because that's what majority of the fans want. And to all you clowns in the comment, let me tell you something. Because you guys saying, well, you're going to clown me when the movie is a success. Well, here's the deal. This is what you're not thinking about. After 11th, I still goes on about my life. Like, while you watching this video, I'm going on about my life. Like, if the movie fails, it deserved to fail, because these people that's running this studio right now is stupid. I'm not the only one saying this. There's a lot of people saying this. And I'm telling you, the consumer, to get back at the studio. Save your money, send a message, and make them course correct. And that's what James Gunn did. He's not putting in the movie because the people that's supposed to buy these tickets complain. So imagine what would happen if we don't show up at the box office. DC Studios will have no choice but to course correct. And if they don't, then they go bankrupt or they sell the IP to somebody else. That's just the reality. That's my reality. That's the people that really want to see a great Superman film reality. We cannot accept no more slop, no more crap, unfinished slop from these studios. Because we are the consumer and the studio work for the consumer. So, what do you guys think? I think James Gunn is in serious trouble and he needs to resign. He's not a good fit for DC. He's definitely not a good fit to direct this Superman film. Look at all the backlash that it's got. This has been a laughingstock ever since the first suit reveal. This guy is emasculating a strong character and he wants you clowns to accept it. And what's worse, there's actually people out here, his dumb little flunkies, like this stuff. They like this stuff. You got people that's happy about it. They're happy that Superman is weak. They happy that Superman is emotional. They happy that Lois is a girl boss. This is a train wreck ready to happen, and July 11th, you can be a part of something special. You can say, hey, enough is enough. You guys work hard for your money, and you deserve quality. And James Gunn is not delivering quality. He's delivering shit. And he expects for you to eat it. So July 11th, you need to decide. But what do you guys think? I think James Gunn is in big trouble. I think if this shot was bad, what does the rest of the movie look like? Because they already cut 30 minutes. So it's obvious that they're trying to course correct, but it's too late. Like I said before, no Snyderverse, no money, wallets closed. And remember, it's no fun when the Snyder fans got the gun. Well, what do you think? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Peace.